Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adair here. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. And I know I got a great topic for you today. We're going to jump right into some things, Soul Fam. We're going to talk about how we can bring that spark back to the relationship. Okay, some of us we've been in these relationships for so long, and we're just at a standstill. It's like there's no I don't want to say enlightenment, but it's no lightning. It's no, you know what I'm saying? It's not hot and heavy. It's just heavy, right? So some of us we want to get back to hot and heavy and get back to just some love. It's really what it is. It's the amount of love we are giving to our partner, man or woman. All right, this is not gender specific. This is just some great tips that can help you bring spark into the relationship. Okay, so ladies, sometimes we have to make some shifts, and fellas, sometimes we gotta make some shifts. But these are just some broad tips that's going to really help. Okay, ignite the flame. Okay, the flame, the torch has dried down. Somebody had poured water on it, and there needs to be some spark naturally. Okay, let me add naturally. See, sometimes we trying to get a little buzz. We not doing that. Okay, you can add that if you like, but you don't need that. By the time you get to the end of this video, you're gonna be feeling hot and heavy. They're gonna be hot and ready. Okay, Little Caesars. Okay, so first thing, so fam, is whatever you are holding on to against your partner, right? Rather it's something you're upset about, something they did, the way they do things. Listen, so fam, we have to let that go. Sometimes our relationship don't move because one of us is holding on so tight to something that our partner may have did that we said we forgive them, but deep down we watching them like a hawk. You know what I'm saying? We sitting there like we sitting there trying to add up equations and looking at numbers and doing too much. So fam, let it go. Let it go. Accept your partner for who they are. At the beginning you wasn't even thinking about X, Y, and Z. You was just all in love. You was just like, oh, I like the way they do this. I like the way they do that. Get back to that. Get back to the things that you really, really loved about that person, and start to highlight it. Sometimes we lose the highlight to our partners because we get too comfortable with them, right? They know us, they live with us, it's been years and years, you done farted in front of them already. So there's that comfortability that comes, and we get too comfortable with one another, not realizing the spark comes when you just look at the things that you love about them more, right? Because of course there's going to be some things that you're like, oh my God, I wish he just won't do that, or I wish he just wouldn't do that. Don't focus on that, soul fam. Don't focus on it. Know it's there. Write in the letter. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because we're not going to have a perfect person. Rather, it's the relationship we're in or the relationship we're about to be in. You're not going to have that perfect individual. So stop picking. Stop picking at your partner. Leave them alone. Okay? Moving on. Number 2. Ooh, baby. Distance makes the heart grow founder. Distance, right? So as you are forgiving them and accepting them for who they are, create some distance between you two. Now this can be one or two ways, right? One way is a solo, go to your parents' house, help your parents with the lawn for a weekend, however much time you need to gather your thoughts and have some alone time with yourself. Okay? Have some alone time with yourself where you're not even thinking about your partner, you're not even complaining about what they did, you just having a you time, right? Now, this is important to do daily. Let me just add. It's important to have a moment for yourself every day, whether you make it early in the morning, during the afternoon, or late in the evening. Wherever you can fit it in your schedule, have that alone time where you just sitting with yourself and entertaining yourself, right? Not watching the show. Sometimes we say me time is watching our favorite show. No, that's Showtime, right? You in tune with the show. No, put on some wordless music, right? Sit down and chill. With so much happening in the world, sometimes we're not even focused, right? We're on social media. We maybe some of us, we have kids, work, for hours straight. We don't even find a moment, or some of us, we're just afraid to just hear our thoughts. That's when you should, try to get you a session and iron out those lumps, right? Sometimes we got some lumps that we just be running from. We just running from it. Let me go to work. Let me do this. Let me do anything but entertain myself because I don't want to look in the mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Okay. Look in that mirror, babe, every day and just grow with yourself. Don't expect your partner to be the one to tell you what to do all the time, right? So you want to have that distance, just enough distance in a relationship where your partner's like, hey, I'm thinking about you, Hey, we should do this. We should make time to get together because then when you get together, you have something to talk about. That's actually interesting. You guys could start having different conversations. Sometimes when we're in a relationship for so long, our conversation are filled with when the bills are due and who gonna pay what bill, or something pertaining to trying to make it through the weeks or through the months. With this distance, you guys can start to talk about something different. It starts to create new conversation. You be like, I wonder what my partner thinks about this perspective or that perspective. And it starts to get more interesting. Now you guys can become more intriguing with one another, right? And it may also have your partner start to say, hey, you've been a little light on your feet. What you been doing? They'll start to get inquisitive and they'll start to follow in a positive way. You'll start working on yourself. They'll want to start working on yourself. Like, oh, you working on yourself. That's new. And they'll be like, okay, let me work on myself. So it'll be like a domino effect. I'm gonna put in some effort. I see you putting in effort. I'll put in some effort. Now, don't do it to make them put in effort. It'll naturally happen. You don't want to be trying to be manipulative and controlling. And no, this is more about love, real, genuine love, and you'll start to really love your partner naturally. You start to look at them in a different light. You start to appreciate all of the things that you guys have been through, and you start to appreciate, wow, we're here. And I don't know if you guys are aware, if you and your partner are still making it work together for some reason, and y'all have some type of chemistry, you are 20 steps ahead of the game. Because a lot of people during the pandemic didn't even make it at all. So you made it to try to even look for a certain spark. You didn't turn your back on the relationship and you're still there giving it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's take a moment and breathe and give it a shot. Number 3. That brings us to number 3. So, fam, self-trust. Okay, this is the underline, bold letters, most important factor with finding this spark, right? When you work on self-trust, right? Self-trust is exactly what it sounds like. You're trusting yourself. So say you have some new goals. Say you have some new ideas. Say you guys are working on a new plan, right? You have to trust yourself. When you are trusting yourself, you're not putting so much grief onto your partner, right? Because now your partner's like, whoa, if that don't fall through, what am I gonna have to do, right? And your partner's mind is focused on trying to save the plan rather than support the plan, right? So you want to get your partner in a space where they actually believe what you're saying, because you actually believe what you're saying. Sometimes we say things and we share with our partner, but deep down, we have this doubt that it may not work, right? Or something can go wrong. There are going to be some things that go wrong, right? But it's not going to fail. Going wrong is not me failing, all right? So you have to start believing the things, okay? I know you probably giggled a little bit because you're like, yeah, I got a little doubt, right? You got a little doubt. Get rid of the doubt. Start to believe your plans, your goal, and your ability. Sometimes we don't believe our ability enough, and we want our partners to believe it. You gotta believe it first. If you are not believing it, how you expect them? And this one is definitely for my fellas, because the women are there to, make us feel good. And if she doesn't see your confidence with the plan, with the bills, with the way things are going, she's gonna feel that. And she's gonna be worried, right? We don't want our partner to be worried about anything. So we have to start trusting our abilities. If something doesn't work out, trust that something else will work out even better. Have more positive attitude. Oftentimes we lose the spark because we're walking around like negative Nancy all day long. Okay? Yeah. Fire negative Nancy. Okay? And hire positive Peter. I just made that up. But seriously. Fire and hire positive Peter. Because we gotta get some things moving, and it starts within. Okay? Alright, so fam. So watch this video twice. Short, sweet, to the point. Let's recap. Number 1, let things go. Okay? Let it go internally. Whatever it is that you was feeling about, let it go. Let it go. It was yesterday. Even if it was yesterday, let it be yesterday. Today's a new day. Let it go. Create some distance, some healthy distance. Take the time you need. You just need some time to process this video. Take that time. Don't rush. Don't rush. There's no rush. Okay? And start to trust. Number 3, trust yourself. Trust yourself. You got this. Okay? You got what it takes to elevate. Alright, so fam? Amelia Adair here. In order to be a part of the Soul Fam, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and apply the knowledge. On this channel, we elevate with love. We heal. We grow, and we work on being better versions of ourselves every day. Okay? Trust and believe, and you will receive. And if you haven't booked a session with me already, the details are always below. Let's talk about it. Sometimes you need a non-biased perspective, and you have to talk about some things. You have to heal some things that are not overnight. All right? We think healing is something we can order on Uber Eats. No, it's not. All right? So we have to invest in ourselves and work on the things that we need to work on. Or maybe you just need to read a good book. All right? 77 Pieces of Poetry is on Amazon. Get you a copy. get you some peace, babe. Sometimes you gotta read some peace and get into that space and start to elevate slowly, okay, but surely. All right, so fam, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna see you at the next one. Bye for now.